Toyota has unveiled arguably the most affordable truck, the IMV Zero. The style and developed pickup truck, as my video title suggests, only costs $10,000 and if you ask me, that's shocking. The cheapest pickup truck in the US, the Ford Maverick, costs about $25,000, more than half what the IMV Zero goes for. But why will IMV Zero shake or shock the whole industry? Well, it's more than just a cheap price. Toyota wants to appeal to the masses who can't afford expensive pickup trucks. Ford has done it with the Maverick and Toyota hopes to do it with the IMV Zero. Toyota has already done it with several of its highly priced models such as the Land Cruiser when it unveiled the Land Hopper and a cheaper version of the Land Cruiser. The Land Hopper is for those who can't afford the Land Cruiser but want something fancy, albeit smaller. Following the release of the IMV Zero, the Toyota CEO uttered these words. The IMV Zero is a way of ensuring that owning a reliable and durable vehicle is not a luxury but a necessity for all. But how come? How can Toyota promise reliability and durability from the cheapest truck? Could this 10K truck be any good? Should you spend your hard-earned 10K on it, or better save up more to get a more familiar truck? Well, I'll share a few reasons you may want to grab the new IMV Zero and not to have to wait a second longer. Customization and adaptability. According to Toyota, the IMV Zero is to be envisioned as a blank canvas you can transform into whatever you want. Toyota's goal isn't just to produce another cheap car, but one that customers can do with whatever they want for business or pleasure. You could turn it into a tow truck, camper, mobile restaurant, compact ambulance, mobile office, or even use it to start a hauling service, delivery service, or moving service. The truck has a sizable, non-sided bed to make it your own. So, as much as the pickup truck is cheap, it is customizable to be as reliable as Toyota claims. IMV Zero goes through rigorous quality testing and development to guarantee high quality standards. Simplicity with functionality. Modern pickups cost twice as much or even more than the IMV Zero because they come with many extra features, which you could argue are needless for pickups. These extras cause their prices to skip, and who has to bear the cost? Obviously, you the customer. Interestingly, the extras are the source of their problems. They break down quite often and require a higher level of maintenance. So, very few people can afford them. Toyota noticed this with some of its most unsuccessful models. Notably, the Toyota T100 model 1993 to 1999. This model was labeled awful due to a confined cab space and unreliable engine. Since then, Toyota has been working hard to ensure they give customers what they need. And the IMV Zero is precisely that. So, you don't have to pay a lot for specs you no longer need or those that are too expensive to maintain. And that explains why the asking price is only $10K US. Let's discuss its design look to help you understand what I mean. Wait a minute. I know you're enjoying this video. What about you give me a thumbs up by liking it and then subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay informed on our latest epic videos. Let's continue. Truck design. IMV Zero has an extended cabin that's highly customizable to whatever you want, just like I explained earlier. It features rugged tires that make it adaptable to off-road terrains, and there is also an off-road bumper featuring an LED bar to give it an off-road look. That's not all. Its roof rack is quite sturdy to carry heavy equipment, and the pickup has a compact modular design. This two-door truck is almost the size of the Toyota Hilux. Interiorly, there is nothing fancy about the IMV Zero. Unless you ask for it, there is no infotainment touchscreen, sound system, or tachometer. The controls are also fewer, and the seat isn't the coziest as it's fixed onto the back of the truck's cab. There isn't much going on in the dashboard area either, as you'll only find a few inputs necessary for piloting the compact machine. There is no automatic climate control, but wait a minute, the compact base doesn't even heat up. Besides, Toyota designs its vehicle in Thailand, where the temperature isn't extreme. So, who will need climate control? That, however, doesn't mean there is no air conditioning. Of course there is, it's only too basic. Going to the driver's seat area, there is no running power board. All that welcomes you is a gauge cluster with bare essentials. So, you don't expect to find anything about driver assistance. No active safety technologies like airbags, ABS, or even an impressive trip computer exist. There is a speedometer and a few warning lights, but that's just about it. The absence of radio is quite vivid through the extravagant plastic materials shining everywhere. The truck has a 2 to 3 passenger capacity and enjoys a front engine layout and a rear-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive configuration. Regarding the engine, it offers 2-liter gasoline, 2.7-liter gasoline, and 2.4-liter diesel options. So, there is no hybrid just yet. Drive experience. IMV Zero is built to take just about anything you throw at it. It has the aggressive look of an off-road monster, but there is more to it than just a frightening, ready-for-anything attitude. Its longer shifter translates to a slow, relaxed shifting experience even on the most challenging terrains. The pickup truck doesn't feel unsteady off-road, and even though its speed is not electric fast, it is reasonable enough to have a decent drive around the neighborhood. While the interior doesn't look fancy, you are likely to feel in control of the drive, and that's what matters. After all, a pickup is about performance, and that's what the IMV Zero promises. The negative. While the IMV Zero is affordable, one thing you don't expect from it is its fueling to be that pricey. That could be a massive setback since fuel economy is essential to a car's maintenance cost. Let me clarify. IMV Zero's fuel economy isn't dreadful. It is, however, not as fuel efficient as the Ford Maverick, which it competes with directly. Given how pricey gas is nowadays, this has to be a concern. But remember, the IMV Zero is not a fun car. It's a workhorse. You don't buy it to look cool or impress some people, but to turn it into something useful. That's why I mentioned the tow truck, mobile restaurant, food truck, and the likes. Once you start making the money, you won't feel the painful pinch. At least, that's Toyota's aim. But will IMV Zero really shake the market? Most people will quickly dispel the thought of another Toyota pickup dominating the sector, especially after the total collapse of the Toyota T100, which I mentioned earlier. You could argue it is Toyota after all. But will the fuzz that the IMV Zero has created stand for long? Well, no one can answer that, but time will tell. We should give the Japanese automaker time to see how far they can push this affordable pickup truck. From what we've gathered, the IMV Zero will likely disrupt the small business sector, especially in Asia, where it demonstrates purpose and potential. The IMV Zero's impact and competitor response. IMV Zero is no longer a concept truck. It used to be that a few years back, but not anymore. This pickup truck is already out, so many people are getting it in Thailand. You may ask, amid all the noises, what impact will the pickup truck have? How will it impact Ford, Hyundai, Ram, and GMC? Well, we have to expect a response. For example, Ford is expanding its budget-friendly lineup, which will most likely feature a pickup truck. Of course, I presume this is something Toyota should have expected. You don't stay competitive and dominant as Toyota has been without having the power to predict your opponent's next likely move and take counteractive measures, something that Toyota has been doing over the years. What determines IMV Zero's success? IMV Zero's success doesn't just rely on affordability. Yes, $10,000 US is an appealing number for a brand new pickup truck, especially with IMV Zero's magnitude, but it doesn't entirely determine its success. Customers continue to have varying needs. Unless Toyota meets them, we can't be sure about IMV Zero's success. However, given its customizability, coupled with its affordable pricing, perhaps we can talk about IMV Zero's success in the next few years. The truck America may not drive. While the IMV Zero delightfully reminds us of what a basic pickup truck should look and feel like driving, it seems the American pickup community will have to wait for who knows how long. Besides, its design is incompatible with the current US regulations. So, if it ever happens, Toyota will have to redesign the truck to meet the US standards or develop a new model tailored to the US market. All said, what do you think? Will the IMV Zero finally be a success? Leave your comment in the comment section. Meanwhile, here is another video on Toyota releases 4 new models that you'll enjoy. See you there.